Hey up, I'm Guy Kestevan, the Testy Man, and if these Lake shoes look a lot like what I said with the MX177s last week, that's because I'm an idiot. And these are actually the MX219s. So massive thanks to Salt Dog Cycling for hounding me down on Instagram and pointing out the error of my ways. However, they did concede that the mistake is easy to make because these Clarino and microfiber uppers with the little mesh panels on the inside and the outside of the toe and the BOA L6 dial are in fact identical across the shoes. They've got the same little reflective detail on the back. They've got that same generous padded cuff on the collar. Tell you what, so I'll put one shoe down and we'll just talk about this one. They've got the same little bits of Carbitex, they call it, like sort of abrasion resistant material there under the plastic cable for that BOA dial. It's only once you flip them underneath, and even then you can't really see it because the major difference is these have a carbon fibre sole, not a nylon sole. So again, same outsole, same natural rubber, same big chunky. So typically I've thrown the one that's got mud stuck in the tread. I used to always get into trouble on the magazines for getting my shoes dirty, and then they'd have to, you know, I'd have to try and clean them up for pictures and they wouldn't be clean enough, and obviously not right for magazines anymore. They're all dying, maybe because they were too fastidious about their shoe pictures. But I kind of figured that you should have shoes in that have clearly been worn, and these clearly have been worn. You know, there is a little bit of wear on this natural rubber sole, and you can see there's a little bit of sort of grinding down on the plastic there, where, because you've got these exposed plastic pontoons where the pedal actually sits, which saves wear on the actual rubber. But because it's natural rubber and because it's a softer compound, it does wear a bit quicker. But that means you get excellent grip, and if you can see, it's actually it's one of the few shoes where the outsole almost comes broader than the inner sole, and certainly on the back you've got a bit of overhang there. So they're actually a really comfortable, supportive shoe to walk in. And then you've got rubber all the way across the instep there. It's nice having a pointer. I'm enjoying this. I've never done it before. You've got rubber all the way across the instep there, which gives you extra grip if you kind of hog out on a log or a stick or something when you're walking. That just stops them slipping all over the place. And if you watch my Polaris Nambil video I did a few weeks back, I basically hiked up about 50 minutes of what was basically a wet rock waterfall in these without ever worrying about slipping or sliding around. Now, oh, there you go. Look, you can just about see there's just a little bit of carbon poking through there. So yeah, that should have been a giveaway. But then again, I am occasionally incompetent. So there we are. But what I would say is, these don't feel, I mean, yeah, no, they don't feel like carbon shoe in this kind of hyper stiff sense. Yeah, they're plenty stiff, but they're kind of not much stiffer than the stiffest nylon shoes, which is kind of where I made the mistake. So, you know, yeah, you're going to get good pedal efficiency, but it's not the kind that's going to absolutely blow your feet to pieces over a longer ride. And again, that makes them really, really comfortable on a longer ride, together with the fact that this leather, this Clarino upper is really nice and forgiving. And the real selling point with these shoes is not only do they come in a super wide range of sizes, actually more sizes, they go to 52, whereas the MX177 stopped at 50, so 37 while 52 on regular, but they also do 39 while 52 wide as well. And not only is it their standard wide fit, it also has a larger, roomier toe box than their standard Comfort Last. So if, like me, you've got particularly mangled or manky feet, or just very short wide feet, which is, you know, again the case with mine, these give you a lot more toe room and a lot more width, so it's easy to find a more comfortable fit, to the point where, officially according to Lake sizing, I should be in a 42, even though in normal shoes I'm a 44 in most bike shoes. I actually went up to a 43 in these just to give my fungusy toes a bit more room because they're really, really sensitive. And yeah, Martin, I know you commented and said I was probably a bit hard on the state of my feet, but trust me, it's not pretty. Yeah, you know those crunchy bars. Yeah, that's them on a good day. Trench foot. Interestingly, 3 years as an archaeologist, well 6 if you include being a student, 6 years as an archaeologist, literally working in the trenches, didn't have trench foot. Summer of 2015, all that wetness, if you remember that one, that's when the doctor got a shock. Yeah, whole foot looked like the top of a crumpet. But so, hope you're not eating crumpets now. Anyway, so yeah, great shoes for people who want a wider fitting and who want a reasonably stiff pedalling shoe, but that's still walkable, still plenty of support, and you get your cyclocross toe studs in there as well if you want to race around a school playing field in miserable weather. The only thing I would say, the L6, I mean, it's micro adjust tightening up, but it's like pull and release to undo. And also, although these Carbitex panels on the tongue there are kind of meant to make it easier, well, I guess meant it to stop the plastic wire, for want of a better phrase, from digging into the shoe, they kind of, what happens is it actually goes in between them like that. You can see like that. So, and then they actually get in the way of the shoe tightening up accurately. So because there's only one, you tend to have to faff about more with them than I would normally do. Even with a single BOA shoe, they're still a faff, and also they tend, the upper tends to stretch a little bit, which is great for comfort, but they do tend to end up baggy. So expect to kind of faff around a bit with the fit and have to readjust them a couple of times on a longer ride. But as you can see, they've been used a hell of a lot. It's kind of been my go-to shoes until I've got some fresh ones coming, which I'll talk about very soon, from another brand who are stepping in to support the channel. But I thought I'd best get these talked about before I let you know about that, because these are a really good shoe, especially, with Lake's durability reputation as well, and that wider fitting. Right, I'm repeating myself now, so subscribe if you still think I deserve it, even though I got the actual shoe wrong, which I've also noticed, you look really, really carefully, it even bloody says it on the shoe, so it is a bit of a shambles, really. But yeah, click for likes, notifications, in case I suddenly find out it's actually a completely different shoe and have to do it a third time, but I think I've got it nailed this time. I think we are all right. We're all good now, Salty Dog. And yeah, support me on Patreon. If you want to look after my nursing home fees, which the way I'm behaving isn't far off now, or you can even give me a gift on YouTube. That's a new thing that more and more people are doing, which is very, very gratefully received. But for now, I've been Guy Kesterburn, getting confused about the carbon sole differences between the Lake MX177, which I thought this was, and the Lake MX219, which it actually is. Oh, sorry. The other thing, these are 200 quid because the carbon sole, not 150 for the nylon sole. Actually, to be fair, they don't actually smell too bad. I don't think they've mentioned antimicrobial anywhere, but yeah, pretty fresh. Must be all the ventilation, I guess. So yeah, not that waterproof, but they dry out relatively quickly. Anyway, definitely rambling now. Night night.